One of the skills we'll be teaching this week is how to take a whole number and divide it by a fraction. There are tricks to learning this, but I always like the kids to have kind of a visual understanding of what they're doing. So I want to give the parents kind of a visual understanding of what's going on when you have a whole number and you're dividing it by a fraction. So what I did is I got 3 pieces of paper. So we have 3, and we're dividing each of these 3 wholes by a half. And so realistically what we're doing is we're trying to think about, here's one whole. If we divide this whole by a half, realistically it's going to look like this. Here's a whole divided by a half. So now there's a half group, and here is a half group. Here's another whole divided by a half. There's another half group and another half group. And here's another whole divided by a half. And there's another half group and another half group. So I took 3 wholes and I put them all in half groups. How many groups do I have all together? Well, now I have 6. So 3 divided by a half is going to give us 6 as our answer. If I did the same thing over here, I took 7 divided by 1/3, I'm taking each of those wholes and I'm dividing them by a third. Well, if each whole is going to be now 3 groups, that means basically I'm having 7 wholes put into 3 groups. You can just 21 groups altogether. So our answer is going to be 21. I don't want to get to this trick yet. The trick that some people do is the reciprocal, which we'll get to that eventually, which the reciprocal is flipping this portion. So if I did 8 divided by 1/4, if I flip 1/4 and made it into 8 times 4 over 1, that's not a 1, I'm sorry. It's an I, we'll call I as 1. And 1, that's going to give us 32 over 1, which means 32. What they need to see is what's going on. Here's 3 wholes, which we used to have 3 wholes, and we were putting each of those wholes and we're dividing it by a half. So what we did is took each whole and divided by a half, and that gave us, there's a half group and a half group. Here's a half group, here's a half group, here's a half group, here's a half group. Altogether we had 6 groups all together. That's good, thank you.
Oh, okay.